The Family Resource Center is a nonprofit organization that supports children aged 5 to 12 who have learning and behavioral difficulties. Directors Carrie Goldberg and Allison Grana were on the Partyline Talkshow to elaborate. For more info, click familyresourcecenter.qc.ca or call 514-685-5912.
What exactly is the Family Resource Center in Pierrefonds? What do you do?
Okay, about 10 years ago, I am a kid with issues. I have a hyperactivity and I'm dyslexic, had a real tough time in school. When I became a parent, I had 2 kids who were in the same boat, and I said that was it. And I started an organization to help our kids, help our parents, and help our professionals. And what it is that we work with kids from basically 6 years old until 13, and we have some programs for the teens. And what we do is we are teaching them the basic skills of social skills and study skills so that they can understand how to do it themselves, so that we can teach independence, responsibility, and the ability to do things on their own.
Okay.
So social skills could be anything from how do I work in a team? How do I deal with my own emotions? When I get pissed off, what do I do? Do I smack somebody or do I do something else?
You count to 10.
That doesn't work.
I know. I go 1, 10, and then punch the wall.
I don't even go 1, 10. I go 10, and then I...
Then you smack somebody.
Well, there have been moments.
Yeah.
And my attitude is, you know, son, we got to figure out things other than count 1 to 10 or walk away.
And well, what are some of the things then? What's an alternative instead of counting from 1 to 10 instead of smacking someone?
One of the things is to have a backup plan before you get into it. I know who's going to pick on me, so what do? I figure out, number 1, what do I do for this person? Do I get pissed off and make a scene so that everybody sees what this guy is doing? Because often nobody knows what's happening.
True.
But if I make a scene and I say, hey, he's starting up with me, he's the one who gets into trouble. Or I sit down with my teachers and or my parents and I say, hey, guess what? You are my protector. You got to get your butt into school and telling them exactly what's going to happen, what's necessary, because if you don't protect me, you're not doing your job.
True. You mentioned that you make a scene and get some of the teachers there.
And the other kids.
Or other kids, but what happens, is there some sort of retaliation, though, from the bully, I guess you can call him, if you do it that way?
A lot of bullies, I know this is going to sound nuts, but a lot of bullies think that I'm bullying you and you're my friend. Well, trust me, if you're bullying me, I'm no friend to you.
True.
But that's what's going on in his brain. So now we have to start changing, saying, you want to be my friend? Fine, let's figure out how to be my friend. Or let's figure out that we just can't be anywhere near each other. Because if we do, we're going to kill each other. But everybody's got to get involved. It's not just my fight with you, it's the other kids because they know what's going down. It's the staff that's going on. I mean, we're looking at major civic suits in the United States worth millions of dollars now about bullying. Is that what we have to get to?
Yeah.
Okay? Our kids are smart. Our kids are bright. They know what they want to do. We have to teach them how to do it. And telling them to take a deep breath and walking away doesn't work.
So is it just children involved from 6 to, what did you say, 6 to?
Most of our kids are 5 to 13 because the earlier that we get these kids, the better the foundation these kids have, the better the abilities they have, the better they're able to do it themselves.
It's the Family Resource Center in Pierrefonds. Now,
but we service Pierrefonds, we service Laval, we service the West Island, we service Laval, we service Montreal. As a matter of fact, there have been times where we can come into a community and bring the programs rather than the community coming to us.
So, for example, if there's some children who need it here, you can bring the program here to Kahnawake. Oh, very nice.
Not only that, but we're also training the parents and the professionals here.
Yeah, well, that was my next question. It can't just be the kids going to the center. It has to be the parents as well.
Yeah, well, think of it this way. I'm working, my husband's working, we're working full-time. We get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, we get the kids up, we get them fed and dressed and ready to go. Then we go to work, we come back at 5 o'clock. We're tired, we make supper, the kids help, we help do the homework, and that's it. Well, when we have a normal, regular kid, it's difficult. Visualize the kids that have got hyperactivity, that are not doing well in school. That's even more difficult. So we've got to support our parents, show them what to do, show them the resources, give them a chance to sit down and talk and find out, because many of them have got the same issues that their kids do. It's genetic. I have ADD. I have 2 kids with ADD.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think everybody has a little bit of ADD.
Well, we're not going there.
No, I think so. I think everybody has a bit of attention deficit disorder.
There was a report that was just given out by the Canadian government, Department of Education, and they said that they believe 3 out of 5 kids who are diagnosed with ADD are not. You know what their problem is? They either get into school too early, so they're immature, or they have other issues that have nothing to do with hyperactivity. Imagine that, if 3 out of 5 are misdiagnosed and those kids are put on meds.
Yeah.
We got a problem. Not that I have a problem with meds, because sometimes it works. Sometimes it's not necessary. Yeah. And parents know their kids. I'm tired of other people telling us that we're professionals. We know more than you do.
So how many active participants in the Family Resource Center?
Well, Allison is our representative in the school boards, because we're bringing these 2 programs into the schools and teaching classrooms.
Okay.
So that's one way we do it. And the other way is we have particular groups in the community. Allison's going to begin our community groups this afternoon. So I'm going to pass it over to Allison so she can tell you what the kids get out of in the school.
So we're starting today at the, Pierrefonds Cultural Center.
Okay.
And our first topic, what I'm going to do with the kids, is self-esteem, right? Because I believe that if you don't have, you need to start with self-esteem, and you have to build confidence.
That's right.
Right? So this week is to help identify the children's own self, who they are, what their strengths and weaknesses. So I do like a little activity with them.
Okay. And can you give us an example of what one of the activities are?
Sure. One of the activities is having the kids put a badge together so that they explain to the other kids and clarify to themselves what are their strengths.
Okay.
Okay? Because we often focus too much on their weaknesses. What am I good at? What do I want to do? And then one of the things that a lot of our kids don't get is being complimented. When was the last time somebody complimented you?
Actually, not too long ago, but that was nice. And, and you know what?
Java, you look handsome today.
Well, thank you very much. A lot of people I notice, and I'm probably one of them, so is the guys I work with in the morning, Ted and Paul, we're not very good at accepting compliments.
Do you want to know why? Because, first of all, we don't have the experience of it. Because when was the last time you went out? I mean, I do it all the time. You go out of your way and just look at something and say, you know something? That's a really interesting tattoo, Java.
Oh, thank you. It says Java.
All right?
Oh, wow.
But that's a way that we can start a conversation. Why do I find it interesting? Explain to me why you did it. Is it cultural? Is it because of an experience? With everything going on with computers, with technology, we've stopped communicating.
You know, that's probably the biggest problem. Social networks have taken away socializing in real life.
Jabba, I've got 1,000 friends. The problem is
you only know 4 of them
are in a computer.
Yeah.
So Saturday night, when I want to go to a movie or I want to go to, I don't have anyone to go with.
Yeah.
If I want to have a conversation, it's oh yeah, okay, cool. That's not a conversation.
True.
What I also find difficult is keeping the friends. Don't you find keeping the friends? How can a child keep their friends?
Because, hi, my name is Carrie. I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
A friend is...
Well, that could be the beginning of a relationship, though.
But a friendship is a